Kamari Ramsey now?
Probably the second best coverage. Well, it depends on Wachovia. I'll say the second best cover safety in the class. I loved Ramsey in coverage. I think he's a really fluid athlete.
Awesome.
I trust him man to man. He has good anticipation. And what set him apart from Wachovia, who I actually view them extremely similarly because I think they're pretty close as athletes, I would probably give a 10% nod to Ramsey in that department. He has flashes as a tackler where he looks competent. He'll still get overpowered. His technique isn't good, but this is a guy I could absolutely see becoming a quality starting, maybe even Pro Bowl level free safety in the NFL.
I agree. And I'm kind of tempted to put him 3 now, just because I watched him last. I always try to temper my expectations on a guy. I watched him yesterday, so you know, things always are revealed to me 2 days from now. I was like, holy shit, okay, that guy's a lot better than I thought he was. You know what I mean? I liked Bud Clark a lot more after the first game. Then I took a break for 2 days, and I watched the second game, and I was like, okay. Then I rewatched the first game, not rewatched it, but I watched some more. And I was like, yeah, he's a little bit lower on my board. Um, like you said, he's a fantastic coverage defender. There are flashes of elite run defense. For me, it was just I don't think you have any elite physical trait, and that's just going to knock you down for me. I don't think he has the ability to be a Pro Bowl single high safety. I just don't think he has the speed for that, and that was really my knock on him. There were just a couple of times where I'm like, you're so good, and you're anticipating the play extremely well, and you still just can't get there. It's not your fault, but I just have to knock him for that. But otherwise, super fun player. Like you said, came from UCLA, going to USC with followed the defensive coordinator D'Anthony Lynn, and the flashes of run defense are beautiful. Yeah, they're strong, violent. You know what I mean? This is a guy also, you don't need him to play single high safety every down because he can play every position on the field, man. He can play in the nickel. He can play as a rover kind of linebacker ish thing, as that half man in the box. He can play as a single high. I absolutely think he can. I just don't want him there every down. He can play in match coverage because he is probably a top 3 man coverage defender in the class too. His mirroring technique, there's nobody like him. He can play in a match. He can play in a cover 2, deep half. He can do everything. So I love Ramsey. I'm glad you do too. Very fun player. I just had to knock him a little bit because the athleticism wasn't there as much as I would have liked it to be.
And you do raise a good point. I don't think he's probably even a top 5 true coverage playmaker in the class. He's still really solid in that department, but he's not going to give up the deep stuff. You can work him underneath a little bit. He's a lot more likely to just get to the catch point on time and use a strong punch to jar the ball loose than he is to really trust his gut and sprint over and pick it off. But I think he's just a really, really sticky player in coverage and a guy who dials it up at the right times as a run defender and as a hitter as well. And I love to see that type of clutch gene. Rounded out with Caleb Downs.
Yeah. One more thing about Ramsey is he's exceptional at playing the receiver, but like you said, the ball skills, I just didn't see it. I saw a lot of missed opportunities there. Excellent playing the receiver, mediocre playing the ball. So that was another issue, but love that we see Ramsey pretty similarly, and I think he's going to be a good NFL player.